Hello children, how are you today? I hope you're as excited as I am, because I have just found out that there's children from all around the world that are watching Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. In fact, I hope they're enjoying them. If that's you, if you're one of those children that are enjoying these stories, why not ask a grown-up to send me an email? They can tell me your name and what country you're from, and I might dedicate a bedtime story to you. Just like I'm going to dedicate this story today to my youngest nephew, Kairo. He's not even 2 yet, and he has 4 older brothers and sisters who love him dearly. But this story is for those people who don't know him well enough, don't quite understand what he's trying to say. So this story is called Listen to the Little Ladybird. In a sunny, cheerful garden, where the blossoms nod and play, Kairo, the young ladybird, had something he tried to say. Appu, Appu, he asked. Words no one understood. Each friend was simply too busy in their own leafy neighbourhood. Bo the bumblebee was buzzing, zipping, zapping through the air, gathering the pollen treasures, never noticing who was there. He hummed a hurried honey song, too busy to delay, not seeing little Kairo, trying hard to speak his way. Bella Butterfly was drifting on the pastel silken flight, floating in a daydream, flying eerily out of sight. Her mind was full of sunshine thoughts that sparkled soft and bright, so she missed the tiny ladybird who called with all his might. Ravi, the worm, was deep in tunnels, twisting through the soil below, digging through the earthy darkness, missing Kairo's hello. With his mind on muddy missions and his wriggles left and right, he never guessed a tiny friend was calling from the light. Kairo kept on asking, Appu, Appu. They couldn't comprehend, until his brother and his sisters came to help and recommend. Just be patient for a moment, listen close and you will hear. Our little Kairo has a need, he's asking very clear. So all the insects gathered, and at last they understood. Kairo was just asking for an apple, something sweet and good. And they found a crimson apple, and they rolled it out with cheer. And Kairo had his treat at last, with all his friends so near. They all gave themselves a clap for listening and for learning, while Kairo munched his apple, a meal he was enjoying. And they all remembered fondly that if someone small and new has a tiny voice worth hearing, just be patient and listen through. So if you have a little ladybird or friend who's trying to say, take a moment, pause and listen. Listen carefully along the way. You might find their tiny words are full of wonder, full of fun, and you'll understand their wishes when your listening is done. Isn't that a lovely story? And I hope Kairo enjoys it as he starts to fall fast asleep and dream of wonderful delight. And to you too, I wish you night night. Night night children, night night.